Hello, this is the Goofy Guru, and to be honest, one, I'm sitting out on a balcony, which is awesome, with the ocean over here and the canals over here. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. Look at those yachts. Look at those mansions. Look at, I have two pools here, two huge pools that they do rainbow lights at night, and there's a tennis court and all this stuff. I don't know if you can see that. But so I'm basically staying in Elder Paradise in Miami. This is actually conscious, even though they're not totally conscious that they're conscious, but anyway, some are. But anyways, elder community. And no, it's not a retirement home. It's just these two condos. I call them the Twin Towers for many reasons. But anyways, what this is about, I had a major insight into myself yesterday with the help of the Miami public transportation system. I'm not going to go into that whole story, but it involved three different buses that were like Guatemala style packed. And anybody who's been to Guatemala knows exactly what I'm talking about. To get me like 5 miles down the beach. And I mean, I could feel I could feel my like, this is not, why is this annoying me? Okay, so when something starts to annoy me, I know something's trying to surface. So if I notice irritation, first I check, am I hungry? Because that happens too, which just shows me we got to constantly keep checking with our body. A lot of times we get irritable because we're hungry. So that's why I carry like a little meal bar with me in the event of a I'm hungry situation. Then, okay, so 3 buses, 5 miles down the beach, and I end up at a mall, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I am not in the flow. I am not happy. I know this is a trap. I know something's trying to release, but really at a mall, which is ridiculous. And it wasn't just any mall. It was Aventura Mall. You know what I mean by Aventura Mall. It's one of those malls that only 1% of the world can afford to buy shit in there. And all of a sudden, like, all these old stories about malls. And one beautiful story, which I could hear the mall going, don't hate on me, Kelly, don't hate on me. Remember when you were a teenager, you worked in a mall, and it was your sanctuary. It was a sanctuary. The mall was a sanctuary for you and your friends to get away from your fucked up families. And in the mall, you saw all the possibilities. You know, I could be wearing those, I could be, which made you dream, which made you expand, whatever. So all of a sudden the mall, like literally the fucking mall is talking, why are you hating on me? I was a sanctuary, and I'm still a sanctuary to a lot of teens who just need, they need better places to be sanctuary. They need safe places where they can be themselves. Instead of trying to sell them shit, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. Don't get me started. Anyways, this was just the tip of the fucking iceberg. And I knew it was the tip of the iceberg when the next bus was not coming, and like 6 buses in a row that said not in service showed up. And I was like, okay, the universe is just mocking me right now. What's going on? Long story short, went to mall, went to home, because it was a sanctuary, went to home, and then went bigger, 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 because that's how I go. Like ancestral, ancient shit. So that's when I recognized I still had old stories about the wealthy, about wealthy people. How many people say Donald Trump with a behind it? You know what I'm talking about. It's like, bleh, how many people hate on the wealthy? And my God, I was stuck in a bus with all of them, with 5 buses of people who hate the wealthy because they're all crammed on a bus that took for, don't get me started. Transportation system down here. Oh my God. But anyways, what it showed me was that I still had old stories about I still was hating on the wealthy. And I went, and I did not get this last night. I mean, this went on all night. And then I got home, I was still in a pissy mood. I'm like, I am in a bad mood. But instead of trying to distract myself with meditation or Zen stuff, I mean, I tried a static dance for a minute. I was like, okay, this is not working. I'm not going to distract myself. I'm just going to feel into this uncomfortableness. And of course, that usually involves a smoke and coffee by a body of water. So I was just, Zen on the beach. And it didn't actually reach clarity until this morning. It showed me this crazy bus ride. I know when things go wonky like that, there's a happy wonky when surprises show up, and then there's things are not going well and they're just going to get worse, and you're like, just get me out of this. But, that's when something big, and I knew something big was about to surface. So what it showed me is I was still hating on the wealthy. And that is the resistance a lot of people have to becoming wealthy. How can we want wealth for ourselves when we hate the wealthy? You follow? So this was a huge breakthrough, and I know this will resonate with some people because they have these incredible skills and talent and everything, and it's just not happening. They're not getting the abundance. It's not showing up. I am one of them. So I was like, what's up? Where the fuck is my abundance? Well, I realized I'm asking for abundance daily and in the form of actual money, because my God, the plans I have for this money is just going to prove the universal law of circulation, the flow of giving and receiving. But aside from that, it's going to bring so much joy to so many people. It's going to be contagious. It's just going to be ridiculous. But anyways, but I realized it wasn't happening for me because I was still on a very deep level. I was still hating on the wealthy. And again, as long as that's duality thinking, us versus them, poor versus rich, poor versus rich, poor versus rich. I'm talking, this has been a historic drama that we need to stop so everyone can be wealthy. And remember, everything's infinite. Limitless possibilities. It is totally possible for everyone to be wealthy and for everyone to be healthy and everyone to be happy and everyone to have a good time. Anyways, that's it for today, I think. Who knows?